Hello, everybody. It's Janelle Wednesday here for her second podcast. Yeah, that's right. You heard it. I actually posted a podcast here, whichever one you are listening to. So, my last podcast, we talked a lot about emotions and how they can benefit your content and your marketing. If you're doing it on your own, if you're even using a marketing agency, right? And the consistency and how powerful that consistency is. Okay. So today we're going to talk about what marketing actually is and the skewed perception that people have about marketing and what it is. Okay. So I'm sure you've heard the phrase of 50% of your marketing works and 50% doesn't, but you will never know what 50% works and which one doesn't. I think that's a load of crap, to be honest. And I hope I can say that word on the air. I don't really know. Anyways, this one really is really hard for me. I've been in the marketing industry for over 15 years, and I have heard it all. Okay? I have lost clients because they tell me they have too many sales. I have clients tell me they're good enough. They're good now. They don't want any more. I've lost clients because they sold their business. I've lost clients because they retired. I've lost clients because it doesn't work. I've lost clients because it works too good. I've lost clients because what they want to do isn't what the consumer wants. And if they don't get immediate results, they're gone. I've worked with a lot of customers, a lot of business owners who are scared. Who, let's say $500 a month, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $20,000 a month. It's a lot of money, right? And I would totally agree. And I feel like you're right. It is. It's a lot of money. The perception of getting immediate results from the online digital world to, billboards, radio, more traditional stuff, right? The jump from one to the other just seems to outscale anything else. But that's not necessarily true, right? There's a lot of gurus, there's a lot of marketing agencies, there's a lot of BS, in my opinion, online to buy this course, buy this, that, buy. If you want this lifestyle, if you want the private jet. And I think that has hurt us. That has hurt us a lot when it comes to marketing. And I really wish that people understood it better, because it's very difficult to have to explain it over and 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 over again. I feel like a lot of the time that's what I do. And I still feel like they don't maybe get it. So maybe I'm kind of doing it wrong. But the difference between the traditional newspaper, yellow pages, radio, billboards, and digital, which is online with social media and, website traffic, that kind of thing, SEO, is the data. But from my experience, most people don't even look at the data. So yes, you can still get out to more people, and I would guarantee you can get out to more people with online practices rather than traditional, anytime, every time. But there is a difference, and that goes to the data. But there is no difference if people aren't looking at the data, and nobody looks at the data. So the other piece to marketing is that every month I spend $500, I'm going to make either $500 or more, right? And then the next month I'm going to make more than I made the previous month. And then the next month I'm going to make more than I previously made the next month. Okay? So there's something called supply and demand. And I don't care how much money you spend on marketing a day, right? There's something called supply and demand. If people are not buying it, then it doesn't matter. Okay? The beauty of online is if somebody is looking for your service or product, we get in front of them. Okay? Because we don't know when they're going to buy. We have no clue when they're going to buy. But if they're in the mood and they are looking at information regarding your service or product, we will be front and center in their face so that they can purchase it when they want to, when the demand comes full force and they want that service or product. Okay, does that make sense? More traditional is just plastering it everywhere, right? Same kind of premise. If they want it, if they're in that buying cycle and they see something that pertains to that particular thing, they are going to purchase or buy it. Now, the difference, again, is the data, but separating out those two is when you're looking for something online that pertains to my client, product or service, I can now follow you because I know that you want it. I know that you're interested in it, but I just don't know when you're going to buy it. Does that make sense? So for an example, if I'm advertising for a realtor and, we're doing social media posts, we're doing house tours, doing the whole online presence, but there's a young couple who have never purchased a home, not looking to buy anytime soon, do I want to spend money on them? Versus someone who is a couple right now, they just got married, they're pregnant, and they need to go from an apartment to a house. They are looking to buy in the next 6 to 12 months. Who would you rather advertise to if you were a realtor? Okay, obviously option B. So that's what I do, is we get, or marketers in general, we get eyeballs to your stuff to the people who are looking. Now, if nobody's looking, then it's pretty hard, right? But it's that consistency, right? There's a lot of different things that can help with that too. If, let's say it's winter, it's a seasonal business, right? You're a landscaper, you don't do anything. Let's say you don't do snow removal, you don't do any of those things in the winter. You just do summer things, okay? But there's really lots of landscapers. There's probably 50 to 100, I bet you, just in my location, and we only have like over 100K worth of people here. But let's just say that they only do summer things, okay? But they advertise in the winter because other companies don't have an excellent marketing agency that they work with, and they don't spend any money in the winter, okay? But you do, because you have a good marketing agency that you work with, and you know that consistency is super important. And so all that ad spend, all the eyeballs are yours because nobody else is advertising. So you sit there pretty in the winter and just book people in for the summer as soon as you possibly can. You got your list, you got your numbers, you got your people, you got what they need for the summer landscaping fianza, right? Okay. So sometimes the market share goes down because, let's say realtors, right? They're not advertising as much in the winter. So the pie that you can take up is a lot bigger. You don't have to compete. That spend goes down because you can get to more people because you're not competing on those keywords, things like that. Okay? Bet you didn't think about that, right? Marketing is not a one-shot deal. Okay? It's a consistent C. I don't care if that's $200. I don't care if that's $10,000 to $20,000 a month. You want to allocate a budget and just spend that money on marketing. Okay? In future podcasts, I'm going to talk about and break down, different channels, and you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, right? But I'm going to break down of how do you decipher. There's so many different avenues that you could go. When it comes to marketing, which one, how do you know where to put your marketing dollars? Do I buy the billboard? Do I do the radio ad? Do I build a website? Do I do e-com? Social media? Do I put money to Google Ads? SEO? What do I do? Where do I go first? How do I start? Okay, I'm going to break that down in my next podcast. But I just really want people to understand what marketing is, okay? It's not teetering up like this all the time. It's not going straight up. It's not going, 30 degrees, 40 degrees, okay? It's like the markets. They go up and down, but they're always consistently going up, okay? As long as you have a good service, a good product, a good support system, good team behind you, right? Doesn't matter what you sell or who you are. If you are not a nice person, you have really bad customer service, your product breaks really easily, I'm probably not going to take you as a client anyway. But if I did, it doesn't matter, okay? Best marketing in the world might last for a couple months, but it's not going to last long term, okay? So get out of your head and throw away everything you have to do with marketing and just don't. If you have the money to find someone to market for you or to do it with you or hire somebody internally or hire an agency like myself, do that. But find someone that you trust, that you get along with, that you want to see monthly, and go from there. Okay? That is my best piece of advice. And I will actually do a podcast on maybe the top 10 things to ask an agency when you're trying to decide who to help you do your marketing. I'm Janelle Lindsay, and thank you so much for watching.